This is the Google Pixel 9a, and honestly, in my expert opinion, it's probably one of the best value phones of the year without a doubt. The only competition I can really think of in the North American market are phones like the Nothing 3a, and the 9a easily beats the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE like in so many ways. So let's start this review by talking about all the things that I love about this beast of a phone, but let's start with some aura forming. It's 3:21 p.m. EST, so I've been using my phone all morning and we are currently sitting at 90% charge. Right now it's estimating 1 day and 15 hours left of battery. That's insane. I've been out for about 30 minutes now, just hitting the tracks as it were. And I've had this phone on the entire time. Like, it's just been sitting on the ground over there for the entire 30-minute duration, out in the sun, completely exposed, with the screen on the entire time because I had my stopwatch on and I had obviously Bluetooth running, data running. It's not even hot. It's not even heating up yet, okay? I usually come out with my Z Flip 6, or lately I've been out with the S25 Edge. I'm scared it's gonna blow up because that thing, again, went over 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, as far as battery, 30-minute session, not that long, but again, underneath the sun, with apps running on data, 88%. Let me prove that. For the naysayers, for the Samsung dick riders, for the Apple pole dancers, let me whip it out real quick. 88%. 88, it went down 2% after a 30-minute session outdoors. My Z Flip 6 generally will go down about. What just happened, my camera overheated before the Pixel 9a. Guys, this thing is amazing. Always on displays, always on. 120 hertz is always activated. I'm never using the battery saving features because I just don't have to. Okay, first thing I absolutely love is the battery. It's absolutely amazing. 5,100 milliamp hours. And as someone who's been around the Samsung ecosystem, where you only get close to 5,000 in the Samsung Ultra range, seeing that much battery in a sub $500 phone is awesome. Plus, it's not burning through the battery either. Google OS has many features built in and enhancements to make your battery last as long as possible, but I haven't used any of them. And I've got now playing active in the background as well. It's one of my favorite Google features, and we can talk about that later as well. And with all those widgets and features running, getting through a day of work on data is cake. It's so easy that I'm barely ever worried about draining my battery. And all of that battery is handled by the G4 Tensor chip. Now, it's the same chip that's in the more premium Pixel 9s, but they did nerf the RAM to a max of 8 GB, and that will hinder some processes, specifically in the higher power gaming department as well as multitasking. And if you're someone who's got 12 Chrome tabs open, has Genshin running in the background, always have your Notion notepad on deck, your phone is going to be stuttering. It'll automatically downgrade performance and push the refresh rates back down to 60 Hz. But more importantly, it seriously doesn't heat up. This perplexed me, okay? I was taken back because the same test had the new S25 Edge heating more than 110 degrees of freedom units. So how is the chip with less RAM handling heating so damn well? It's apparently this new thing called a copper vapor chamber. Now, I know it's not new, Samsung has been using it for a minute, but it's a first for the Pixel mid-tier phones, and the heat management system coupled with the phone's own proactive adjustments to chip loads is seriously a balance I haven't seen anywhere else. And that is one of the phone's best features. It's a major selling point that honestly sold me on it too. The fact that you get a super reliable and very stable device that you can own for possibly a decade or more. And to back that up, Google is offering 7 years of updates. Now, there is one more effect of the new chip, and that's in the AI department. The 9a won't have the complete set of AI features that the premium Pixels do. And apparently, and this is not necessarily true, but it's to help manage the 8 GB of RAM. You don't want to overload it.
Part of that argument doesn't really make sense since a lot of AI features aren't even being processed locally, rather they're processed on the cloud, so regardless of your RAM, the results should be the same. So what AI features are we exactly missing, and are they important? Before I talk about those, if you like the wallpapers, they're free. All you have to do is subscribe here and follow the IG, then DM P9A. That's it. And it really also helps the channel grow, and I appreciate every single one of you. Alright, let's talk about AI. If you watched my Pixel 9 Pro XL review, you know that AI features like call notes, now playing circle to search are important. Most of them are in this phone, but things like call notes, that's not available. Call notes was a feature that allowed me to review a transcript and summary of the calls that I had with other people. So when I had a call with an insurance agent asking me to gather specific kinds of evidence before filing a claim against a guest who ran away with my kitchen island, I can refer back to call notes at any point to see what that list of evidence I was supposed to gather was. So even though features like that are missing, it certainly isn't a deal breaker, especially since there are other AI features available like Call Assist and all of the other Google and email support AI features that we know and love. Now, have you guys realized I haven't talked about build quality yet? First of all, it's not bad. Over the past months, I haven't added any case to this phone, and I'm not planning to either. You know, we like going raw on this channel. And through my cars, my backpacks, my cup holders, all kinds of surfaces from desktops to tennis courts. Do not put phones with glass backs on tennis courts, okay? Don't do it. This build has held up incredibly well. The display has minimal scratches, and I've also found it to be super resistant to micro scratches, and the entire bezel is a matte finished metal. I don't know what kind of metal. I don't care about the propaganda either, like titanium, aluminum. I don't give a damn. All I know is it's super sturdy, hasn't chipped at all, has remained super smooth, and even after a lot of rubbing and pressing, the paint and the finish are as good as day one. All that being said, man, Pixels are weird phones. I've been using the S25 Edge for a minute, and I've been embracing this super thin phone style that a lot of brands are pushing out, like Oppo and the Chinese brands trying to get under 4mm. This just sticks out, okay? It's a fatty of a phone, and it's got some massive bezels as well that take a lot of screen real estate away. The phone is not actually the advertised 6.3 inches. It's not even close. And I kind of figured that out as soon as I started using it. The screen is actually closer to 5.9 inches, which again is pretty significant. Google's able to get away with that because they own half of our GDP. The fine print says that the 6.3 inch measurement is made from extrapolating a rectangle from the display and measuring that diagonal. Not cool, man. Not cool. But the 5.9 inches themselves, butter. It is brighter than my S23 Ultra and the Z Flip 6. It's not a problem being outside in the sun, and with the battery again being the biggest in any Pixel prior, you don't even have to worry about longevity. Oh, by the way, and the brightness has also made taking pictures outdoors this summer a pleasure. Now, I'm always critical of the Pixel's cameras historically, mainly because I always find them to be overhyped, but this sub $500 phone camera is actually so good. What they've essentially done is allow more light to hit the main sensor, which allows for the pictures and performance to be fantastic. The phone consistently focuses super fast in almost all lighting conditions, and I haven't had any of the delayed or blurry focusing issues that you've been seeing since the S25 Edge on Samsung phones. Not the Edge, the S25 line release. So this has been going on for Samsung phones the whole year, by the way. I'm just saying, okay? None of those issues on this. But what blew me away was the low light performance. It's again so good. Now I can kind of see some AI processing happening, but it's again a perfect balance. There's not too much processing, but there's just enough. That's all with the main camera. If you zoom out for the ultra wide shot, okay, now you'll see some grainy images that aren't, you know, gonna be the sharpest. Still, the overall reliable performance of the camera, the stable OS, the number of pro camera features at your disposal, and most importantly, the results seriously outshine a lot of flagship cameras out there. So what's the verdict? Let's talk about it. I love this phone. That being said, let me shoot some shots real quick. The design is a fatty. The bezels are obnoxious. I'm not anti-bezel in any sense, and sometimes I can appreciate a bezel. This is just massive. The ultra-wide camera is really getting dated, and high-end games will slow down and automatically downgrade the performance to 60 Hz and low FPS. And that actually happens more often than not. The back edges where the glass meets the bezel is kind of rough and feels a bit cheap. And that's it. Seriously, for under $500, this is the phone that I would recommend to most people. It was actually in there the whole time. It's 30 minutes, so I have that. I just turned it off. But this new camera visor, I love this design. I know a lot of people wanted that like raised visor bump. I don't know what Google's calling it. This is so much more low key. You know, it's hidden. It won't easily get scratched because it's sticking out. Like, honestly, for $500, I've got no problems. For $500, for less than $500 now, like you can't do better. You can't. There's things they can improve on, but right now in today's day and age, you can't do better. It's that simple. I am being die hard for a Google Pixel 9a, but that's just the truth. For, again, less than $500. Come on now.
I'm trying to get my quarter mile down. Like, I'm trying to work on that quarter mile. Like the high school competitive quarter mile is 60 to 70 seconds. I'm at 80, but we're not going to talk about that. Today was my first run for the quarter mile. It was 120. My muscles were sore and tight. I haven't done any like stretches before. Obviously that's going to really, work in my advantage, but I'm going to start stretching from tomorrow. So tomorrow's session, I'm actually going to stretch, and that's just so on my graph because I track all of this. Guys, I've been 375 pounds. I have pictures, I have videos. So on my graph, it's going to look better if there's a bigger drop. It's going to make me feel better. And then I'm going to be even more motivated to go harder. So it's just like some of that psychology, some of that, inner working that I like to work on. I don't know. Am I ending the video with this? All right, I'm going to end with this. All right, I'm going to see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.